Hey everybody, this is Ray Ogilvie from Hartsville, South Carolina. And today, I'm back at the Jacob Kelley House, located here in Hartsville. This house was built in the late 1820s and occupied until the late 1950s. And it was generously donated to the county by the Seeger family in 1968. Okay, now here's what set the detector off. That's the top of a really old tin can. You can tell it's old because of how thick it is compared to a modern tin can. And it had to be opened with one of those old-timey punch can openers. This was made long before pull tabs came into use. But this is what I really wanted to show you. It's an old cork top bottle. Let me see if I can get that out of there without hurting it. Oh yeah. There we go. I was hoping this would have some kind of writing on it, but it doesn't. But I think if we examine it closely, we can still get a rough idea of its age. Now, one thing you'll notice is that this bottle has a seam running up the side. So this bottle was made in a mold. Now it's a little hard to see, but if you look closely, you'll see that the seam runs all the way up to the top of the bottle. And that means this bottle was made in a machine. In the late 1800s, bottle makers would make bottles by blowing the molten glass into molds. But they found it faster and easier to finish the neck and the lip of the bottle outside of the mold. And because of this, on bottles made before 1900, the seam doesn't go to the top of the bottle. But by the 1900s, bottles were being made by machine. And it was no problem for the machine to make the entire bottle inside the mold. By the 1940s, bottles with this type of closure were becoming less common as bottles with screw tops became more popular. So this bottle likely dates somewhere between 1900 and 1950. Oh, neat. Check this out. At first, I thought it was just a scrap of metal. But after I knocked the dirt off of it, I realized that this is a little tin cup. And there's the handle right there. I kind of want to straighten this out, but I'm afraid I'd break it. But it looks kind of cool just like this. Well, check this out. I flipped the plug over and look right there, setting on the edge. This is a rosette from horse bridle that would have been worn by a horse used by Union forces during the Civil War. This is something I've been hoping to find since I started metal detecting here at the Jacob Kelley House. In 1865, near the end of the Civil War, Union forces led by Major General John E. Smith took over the town of Hartsville. And the Jacob Kelley House was Smith's headquarters. So you would expect to find a few relics left from this occupation. The Union forces that stayed here would have had supply wagons drawn by horses. And some of the soldiers, such as scouts, would have been on horseback. I am very pleased with this. I'd like to thank the director of the Darlington County Historical Commission, Brian Gandy, for allowing me to hunt here today. As always, all of the items found here at the Jacob Kelley House will be donated to the Historical Commission. Thanks for watching.